My name is Joe for Amazon Web Services Training. Today, I will be giving you an introduction to AWS Cloud Computing concepts. Now, since this course is about becoming a cloud practitioner, let's start by defining cloud computing. Cloud computing refers to the on demand delivery of IT resources and applications via the internet with pay as you go pricing. Now, before cloud computing, you would have to provision capacity based on guessing theoretical maximum peaks. If you didn't meet your projected maximum peaks or exceeded them, you would be paying for expensive resources that would ideally stay idle or have insufficient capacity to meet your needs, in addition to the overhead of real estate, power, and cooling. Yeah. On the other hand, with AWS, the servers, database, storage, and high level application components can be initiated just within seconds. You can treat these as temporary and disposable resource free from inflexibility and constraints of a fixed and finite IT infrastructure. So by harnessing the power of AWS Cloud, your approach to change management, testing, reliability, and capacity planning is more agile and efficient. Now, one more reason all the companies are moving to cloud is increased agility, right? So there are three factors that influence agility. One is the speed, experimentation, and culture of innovation. Now, let's take a closer look at how these factors enable organizations to be more agile by harnessing the power of cloud computing. Now, with AWS facilities all over the world, it can offer you a global reach with few seconds notice. So it's cost prohibitive to put your data centers where your customers are. And AWS gives you that benefit without having to make a huge investment. Now, in cloud computing, new resources are only a click away, which means you reduce the time it takes to make those resources available to your developers from weeks to just minutes, resulting in a dramatic increase in agility for the organization. Now, I hope you remember the days when the procurement used to take such a long time to get a server, and it used to be just a waste of time. So it's a real good factor that we get out of the cloud computing. Now, another agility benefit of cloud computing is being able to experiment more often. So AWS enables operation as a code in the cloud and ability to safely experiment, develop operation procedures, and practice failures. For example, with AWS, you can spin up servers in minutes for just for your experimentation purposes and then return or repurpose the servers for other experiments. Now, with virtual and automatable resources, you can quickly carry out comparative testing using different types of instances, storage, or configuration. Now, using AWS Cloud Formation, it basically enables you to have a consistent templated sandbox development, test, and production environments with increasing levels of operation control. As I just mentioned, the cloud computing allows you to experiment quickly and with low cost and low risk. So this is great for IT, but it allows for more experimentation more often, which leads to discovery of new configuration and innovation. Now, in order to understand how AWS utilizes the agility of cloud computing, we have to look at the AWS infrastructure that supports elasticity, scalability, and reliability of, of the computing resources. Now, AWS Cloud is built around regions and availability zones. So, a region is nothing but a physical location in the world where we have multiple availability zones. And availability zones consist of one or more discrete data centers, each with redundant power, networking, and connectivity housed in separate facilities. Now, availability zones offer you with the ability to operate production applications and database which are more highly available, fault tolerant, and scalable than that's possible with a single data center. And fault tolerance, as you might be aware, refers to the ability for a system to remain operational if some of the components of the systems fail, right? So it can be seen as the built-in redundancy of applications components. High availability ensures that your systems are always functioning and accessible, and that downtime is minimized as much as possible, that too without the need for a human intervention. By utilizing the AWS Cloud, you can take advantage of scalable, reliable, and secure global computing infrastructure to best meet your requirements. Now, in relation to agility, elasticity is also a powerful force in cloud computing. Elasticity is the power to scale computing resources either up or down easily, while only paying for actual resources that's being used. The elastic nature of AWS allows customers to quickly deploy new applications, right, with either no cost or less cost. And you can instantly scale up as the workload grows, instantly shut down resources that are no longer used, and scale down and don't pay for the infrastructure. So that's about the increased innovation. Whether you need one virtual server or thousands, whether you need computing resources for a few hours or 24/7, AWS provides the elastic infrastructure to meet your needs. And one of the key benefits of AWS is the ability to use services at your own pace. By using AWS, customers can grow, shrink, and adapt their consumption of services to meet seasonal requirements, launch new services or products, or simply accommodate new strategic directions. AWS delivers a scalable cloud computing platform designed for high availability and dependability, providing the tools that enable you to run a wide range of applications. Using AWS tools, auto-scaling, and elastic load balancing, your application can scale up or down based on the demand. Backed by Amazon's massive infrastructure, you have access to compute and storage resources when you need them. With AWS, you can easily deploy your system in multiple regions around the world while providing a lower latency and better experience. So, thanks to the efficiencies of scale that AWS enjoys, and customers can consistently use innovative services and cutting edge technology without having to go through the multiple procurement cycles and expensive evaluations. AWS provides capabilities to support virtually any workload. Now, this level of innovation gives customers continued access to the latest technology. It is also important that you retain complete control and ownership over which region the data is physically located, making it easy to meet the regional compliance and data residency requirements. Now, before cloud computing, infrastructure security auditing would often be a periodic and manual process. Now, the AWS Cloud instead provides a governance capability that enables continuous monitoring of configuration changes to your IT resources. AWS also offers industry-leading capabilities across facilities, networks, software, and business process to meet the strictest security requirement. The AWS world-class, highly secure data center uses the state-of-art electronic surveillance, multi-factor access control, and the data centers are staffed 24/7 by trained security guards, and access is authorized strictly on a least privileged basis. Okay, so the environmental systems are designed to minimize the impact of disruptions to operation. And multiple geographic regions and availability zones allow you to remain resilient in the face of most failure modes, including even the natural disaster or system failure. Yeah. And since AWS assets are programmable resources, your security policy can be formalized and embedded with the design of your infrastructure. Using AWS helps customers develop high performing and reliable solutions to address most business needs. Whether you're offering media services to customers around the world or managing medical devices for a highly decentralized workforce, AWS gives customers the tools to implement solutions quickly and with limited friction. So, reliability at AWS is defined as the ability to recover from service failures, either from infrastructure or the service failure as such. So, it also focuses on ability to dynamically acquire computing resources to meet demand and mitigate the disruptions. Now, in order to achieve reliability, the architecture and system that you define must be well planned or must have a well planned foundation in place that can handle changes in demand and also detect failure and automatically heal itself. By using AWS, organizations can achieve greater flexibility and capacity, reducing the uncertainty of forecasting hardware needs. Additionally, the scale of AWS gives customers capacity and reliability that is difficult to match by on-premise solutions. Now, unless you are in the business of building data centers, you are likely to spend too much time and money doing just that. With AWS, you no longer have to dedicate valuable resources to building costly infrastructure, including purchasing servers, licenses, and facilities. So, by paying for services on an need basis, you can redirect your focus to innovation and invention, thereby reducing the procurement complexity and enabling your business to be fully elastic. The pay as you go pricing allows you to easily adapt to changing business needs without overcommitting budgets and improving your responsiveness to changes. With a pay as you go model, you can adapt your business depending on the need and not on forecast, thereby reducing the risk of over provisioning or missing capacity. Now, moving to cloud is not just about saving costs on IT anymore. It's about creating the environment that lets your business thrive. So the digital revolution has made it easier than ever to connect with customers, develop groundbreaking new insights and scientific breakthroughs, and deliver innovative new products and services. Um, Now, what I would also like to highlight is Amazon Web Services offers a broad set of global cloud-based products, including compute, storage, database, analytics, networking, mobile, developer tools, management tools, IoT, etc. Right? So these services help organizations move faster, lower the IT cost, and the scale. So AWS is trusted by largest enterprises and the hottest startups to power a wide variety of workloads, including web and mobile application, game development, data processing and warehousing, etc. So when you use AWS Cloud, you clear away obstacles to innovation like high cost and long-term contracts, right? And with the global footprint, the expertise that AWS have got in this technology, it helps customers build their business success. So this is in a nutshell about the AWS cloud computing concepts. So just to recap, basically, so this is about AWS Cloud, which was how it was before and what it is now, and some of the properties of cloud computing, which is agility as a global reach and speed, which helps increase experimentation, increase innovation, and allows global reach, and about high availability, elasticity, scalability, and high performance, the security and compliance concepts of AWS that helps achieve customers meet their goal along with reliability and pricing. I hope you have got something out of this session, and all the best for your cloud practitioner exam. Thank you.